stage came in 2014 when a civilian officer who was under my command, whose APAR, that is annual performance appraisal report, I used to initiate, all of a sudden he was granted NFU, and murmur started that now he would be writing my ACR. A person for last 2 years, I was initiating his performance report. Now, because of NFU, he says, I am senior to you because the 6th Pay Commission has said that the grade pay would decide the status / seniority of any person. So now he said, I am senior to you because I am getting NFU. I represented this matter number of times to my senior hierarchy, that is the general under whom I was. However, I found that there was reluctance. Nothing was moving. And I then decided that I will take the legal route. And hence, on 7th November 2015, I filed a case in AFT Delhi. That is how this battle started.
They walk into storms so we can see the clear skies. They are called when everyone else fails, and yet they are the only Class A services in this nation denied what others take for granted, that is NFFU, non-functional financial upgradation.
Asked me, in fact, for first 3 months, I was belittled like anything by my own hierarchy. Actually, most of them were not even aware what NFU is. And they were making a fun of me by saying that we don't know what he's asking for. We can't fathom what NFU is. In fact, the JAG officers, that is Judge Advocate General's branch of the Indian Army, who were opposing me in the court, they themselves were not aware what JAG is, what NFU is. And I was being ridiculed in the court. However, a stage came when I told the court that either you admit my case or dismiss, you don't linger it like this. And that is the time when the case got admitted. And that is how the battle started. But I did not that time fathom that the fight will go on for such a long time. We had number of people who got associated with us. Out of them, one is now.
What is the government's core reasoning behind this discrimination? What is the reason actually? Because I do not think much of a fuss, and if the civilian counterpart is enjoying the same, why not the defense forces? So what is the government's core reasoning behind this discrimination?
Madam, if you take my candid view, the government is not against the armed forces. The government may not be even aware actually what is happening on ground. The present political dispensation, I don't think so that they would have been against the armed forces. It is the bureaucrats right from the beginning who are calling the shots. It is a bureaucracy which is denying the rightful dues of the armed forces. The 7th Pay Commission has clearly said in its report that NFU should be stopped for everyone. And if it is to be given, it is to be given only to the armed forces because of their steep pyramidal structure. However, such recommendations of 7th Pay Commission were not accepted, largely because our bureaucracy being against us.
It is also a question. It's not a question, but it's a doubt. If you see that the armed forces or defense forces are not given this NFFU, after, for example, a person, an officer retires or not retires, superseded as lieutenant colonel or colonel, will he not be posted to field areas? Will he not given responsibilities? Will he not be separated from his family? I do not think responsibilities will be, discarded or diminished. I think responsibilities remain the same, except the rank is not promoted. So I think, what do you have to say here?
Madam, as the name suggests, it is NFU, non-functional financial upgradation. The rank remains the same. It is only the financial upgradation which you are giving him because of the steep pyramidal structure, because of lack of vacancies in the armed forces, that he is only being given financial upgradation after a particular number of years of service. However, how does it relate to his postings or his tenures or his appointments or his work related issues? He'll be posted anywhere and everywhere.
So if he is posted anywhere and everywhere, all the reason he deserves that, because even if he is not promoted, he's still serving in the severe areas where terror prone areas. He's still serving and he's still fighting for the nation. I think all the
Madam, that is what Seventh Pay Commission said, that NFU should be stopped for everybody else, and if it is to be given, it is to be given only to the armed forces because of their steep pyramidal structure. At the other places, it's a cylindrical structure.
Madam, to start with or to begin with, my posting in 2012 from Kolkata to Delhi was the start point. When I joined an appointment in the Ministry of Defense, I came to know that civilians who are much junior to us in status are pretending to be senior to us just because they were being given NFFU. Truly speaking, prior to this, I was not aware what NFFU is, but I found that I was in a grade pay of 8,700 rupees and people who were in the grade pay of 6,600 rupees, and the moment they used to get promoted to next grade, that is 7,600 rupees, they used to start getting NFU, which was 10,000 rupees, and they used to pretend as if they are senior to us. So technically, a person whose APAR, that is annual performance appraisal report, was being initiated by me till such time he was getting a grade pay of 6,600 rupees. Overnight, he became senior to me by getting NFU. The moment he was promoted and started getting 7,600 rupees as the grade pay, he was given NFU and he started drawing 10,000 rupees as grade pay, and he started claiming that he's senior to me. It was very unfair.
After 2009, when the final hearing took place in front of the Honorable Court of Justice Ashok Bhushan and Honorable Justice K.M. Dover, and I found that the court committed complete justice.
What was the reaction of the government legal counsel?
Let me clarify here itself. Neither me nor my team, nobody has taken even a single penny from anybody for fighting this case. Now I'll come to the issue that what keeps me motivated. Madam, in the past also I have taken up certain issues and I concluded them in our favor, that is the armed forces fraternity. You have seen what happened during the Russian issue which came up. There are so many other such issues which I have been taking up. And I'm a soldier. I strongly feel that if you take up an issue, it should be a just and proper issue. And it should be for the larger benefit of everybody. That is what I'm doing, ma'am.
And what message today specifically do you want to give to the thousands of officers and families who are looking up to you today?
Madam,
because we see a glimmer of hope today, a smile that, maybe predicts some hope. Maybe 11th December would give us some good news, and that would be a great, victory to the entire Indian Army and especially to you. Yes, sir.
Madam, I would like to only say one thing to all my brothers and sisters in uniform and retired, that have patience, have faith in justice or the judicial system of our country. I am fighting for their rights and I will continue this fight till my last breath. And I am very hopeful that sooner or later we will see the light at the end of the tunnel.
A decisive day for the Defence Forces. The NFFU case returns to court, a battle for fairness, dignity and long-delayed justice. Colonel Mukul Dev leads once again, carrying the hopes of thousands who serve the nation without pause. The last hearing brought a spark of hope. Today could bring a verdict that defines the future. Will justice finally align with duty? Will NFFU be granted? India watches. The army waits.